So today I want to show you how to make sourdough bread. It is a super time-consuming process, but once you get used to it, it's totally worth it. Well, at least I think. First things first, you gotta feed your starter. Mine was sitting in the fridge for a while, so it's got a lot of hooch on it. Back in the day, all the old timers would drink this to get drunk. It's very alcoholic, but I just say stir that right in. It's got all the flavor. I use a mixture of whole wheat flour and white flour to feed my starter, and you let it sit overnight. And then you're done. The next morning, weigh out 100 grams of your starter, and then you add in your white flour, wheat flour, and water. And mix it by hand, and then let it sit for about 6 to 8 hours. After that, we want to start getting our big batch of dough ready. So we're gonna weigh out a ton of white flour, some whole wheat, and then some water. And we're gonna let it sit and autolyze for 30 minutes. Then you sprinkle in your salt and yeast, and you transfer in the leaven. The recipe I use recommends using the pincer method to incorporate all the ingredients together. Basically, you just pinch it all. Now you need to let it sit, and we want to get it doubled in size. This usually takes about 5 hours, and it's recommended that about 3 times in that process you want to turn it over. Once it's all doubled, you're going to get your hands wet and divide it in half, and then you're going to put it into 2 floured separate bowls. Cover them and put them in the fridge. Perfect! You're all set for today. Once your oven is up to heat, carefully take it out, take off the lid, and dump in your dough. Try to go as quickly as you can, get the lid on, and get it back in the oven. It needs to bake in there for 30 minutes. I think the purpose of this is it's kind of simulating steam injection ovens that they use at fancy bakeries, and with the lid, we're kind of steaming it. Take the lid off. Get it back in that oven for about 20 more minutes. Once it's dark brown all around, but not burnt, I burnt my first one here, get it out of there, get it off the pot, and onto a drying rack. I usually start making the next dough right away, so get the lid back on that Dutch oven, back in that hot oven, and let it heat up. Once it's nice and hot, repeat the process. My mama told me do no entiendo. All I ever heard was noise over my Nintendo. But when you get the chance to go up in this life, make sure that you take it, never ever think twice, yeah.